The Lives of the Saints by Father Alban Butler, February 8th, Blessed Peter Igneus. The Roman Martyrology mentions on February 8th Blessed Peter, Cardinal and Bishop of Albano, of the Order of Vallombrosa, nicknamed the Igneus because he passed through the fire unharmed. A remarkable description of this incident is found in a letter which appears to be authentic, addressed by the citizens of Florence to Pope Alexander II, which Abbot Ado has recorded in his Life of St. John Gualbert. The writers deal with the popular agitation that arose from the simoniacal introduction of Peter of Pavia in that see. They demanded that the judgment of God be shown by making some person undergo the ordeal of fire. The inhabitants appealed to the monks of Vallombrosa. By order of the abbot, the monk Peter, whose family name was Aldobrandini, tried to make the test. 2 large piles of firewood, 3 meters by 1.50 meters wide and 1.30 centimeters high, separated by a space of only 0.610 meters wide, were prepared. Peter offered Mass with great devotion, while a crowd of about 3,000 people gathered there prayed fervently. When the wood was already in full combustion, Peter took off his chasuble, and remaining in his alb, maniculus and stole, he addressed a prayer to God, in which he begged the Most High that in testimony of his abhorrence of simony, he would preserve him unharmed in the flames, like the 3 young men of the Old Testament preserved in the furnace of Babylon. Then, fearless in spirit and with a cheerful countenance, after making the sign of the cross and carrying a crucifix in his hand, the monk, with majestic solemnity, passed through the fire, without receiving any harm either to his body or to any of the garments he wore. The writers declare that before their eyes the flames seemed to stretch the dawn, and that Peter's feet sank to his ankles in the red-hot ashes, but that not even the hair of his legs had been burned. Having made the tour, the monk turned back and went upon his steps, but the people would not allow him. They were satisfied that God had spoken so plainly. Shortly thereafter, by the official ruling of Pope Alexander II, Peter of Pavia was removed from the See of Florence. On the other hand, the monk Peter, after having been appointed abbot in another monastery, was called to Rome, made Cardinal Bishop of Albano by St. Gregory VII, and sent as legate to the missions of the Italian states to France and Germany. It is generally accepted that he died on February 8, 1089.